Let me just change the live scene. Cool. Voice mod is on. Perfect. All right, let me just bring this up. I didn't finish all of this. Hello, Ryan. Hello, Quan. How you guys doing? I got to work right after school. That's fair. Don't worry about it, Quan. Listen, this guide will still be here when you come back. It will also have the live up, so you guys will be able to see it. Drinking my coffee. Feeling pretty good today. I don't feel super tired, which is kind of crazy, but it is what it is. All right, so I'm gonna just begin, and then when people kind of roll in, it's fine. I'll have this up. So PvP guide. What do you need to know about PvP before starting? Ladder-based system that determines your rank in best of ones. Hello Eli, how you doing? It's not as competitive as a tournament format, so that's a best 2 out of 3. You should have at least A-level equipment before starting PvP. That's what I did when it came to the free-to-play beginners version. That would be on the iPad. It's about like 12 days old now. I'll be making the free-to-play guide for like absolutely new players in a bit. Is Champa good? Yes, very good. You should take AI Ryan. You should take a look at my top 10 best yellow units video. So you should watch my top 10 videos if you want to see the best units currently in the metagame, because I cover that. I will be releasing the green one. The green one is not out. So if you're looking for the best green units, not out yet. Okay, you should at least have God Shallot if you're a complete beginner. This is because God Shallot, if you're a beginner, complete beginner, is going to be your best unit. Just hands down. It's going to be your best unit for both PvE, so player versus events or environments, and also player versus player events. So just keep that in mind. Welcome, Pigeon. You should full Zenkai team does not equal a whale. There's a lot of misconception in the community still that if you see a full Zenkai team, even if that includes LFs, that it's a whale. This is absolutely not true anymore. Like if we're talking about back in the day when 20k CC was needed for a LF7, a Zenkai 7 Beerus, then yes, I would agree with you. That would be a whale. But now, like you've seen the free to play on Emily's account. You've seen like 18 being at 14 stars in Zenkai 7. You've seen 21. You've seen Kefla at 14 stars. Android 21 Good is almost now at 9 stars on that account. From the 6 that you originally saw it at. We have, and her banner hasn't been out in a while now, right? Because I've just been multi-Z powering it up. And then we also have the Android 21 Evil, which has always been at 9 stars for a while, but we did power it up back in the day. Yo, Jan Gamer, don't worry about it. Yeah, I hope your test went well. Ain't got Rosé yet. That's okay, Quan. Keep trying if that's what you're going after. CSZX says, yo, hello, how you doing? And then lastly, actually not lastly, but one of the other things I was writing down before stream started, because I want to get this out of the way as fast as possible so we could actually get to the actual core of what a PvP guide should look like. High Legends limited stars most likely equal whales. So, for example, if you're seeing like the new Rosé at 9 stars, yeah, that's a whale. That's 100% a whale. That's not a free to play player. Because to give you like if you're looking at free to play could be 6 stars. You can get lucky enough. I remember first anniversary. Again, this is a very small chance, but it's possible. First anniversary, I was still free to play at the time, and I remember Super Vegito had just been released in that anniversary, and I pulled it to basically what we equivalently call it now 6 stars, but I pulled it enough times to make him 6 stars. At the time, it was from 2 stars to 7 stars. I pulled him to 5 stars, and people that saw that like to fight would think of me as a whale, most likely. I wasn't a whale. I was just a very free to play player that was extremely lucky, despite how I felt about fusions and how I wanted to play God Key. Doesn't matter. And then for like older units, 12 to 14 stars, that's usually where you say, okay, that's definitely a whale. If you see someone with a Nameku, but their Nameku is like 7 or 8 stars, they're most likely not a whale. If you see them at like 10 or higher, yeah, probably. But again, this is just pure guessing, so don't worry about this. This is not to say that they're definitely a whale or not a whale. This is to say that, if you're going to really make judgmental decisions, try to have a basis for it, at least. Although I'm not really saying, like, this part matters, I'm saying more so, like, if you want to be judgmental, here you go. Here's a guide for being judgmental 101. But realistically, don't be judgmental. People can spend their money however they want, and that's a fact of life. Another thing before I get back to the comments, guys, because I do want to talk to you guys. I just really want to get through this so that we don't, take forever to actually get to the actual core of what is about today. There are no servers for PvP. This is bad because cheating is rampant as a result. All right. So, yeah, be ready for that. So, a quick note. I think this is the quick tip, actually, better say. Quick tip. Don't take PvP too seriously. And I think this is the best one. I think this one I'm gonna highlight. And this one I'm gonna embolden. There we go. And this one I'm just going to underline. All right. So this is just your beginning for what do you need to know before PvPing. All right. So let's take a look. Bro, YouTube be lying. It said your stream starts at 6 p.m. I came because of a notification. Yo, but you're here, Super Saiyan Shallot, so that's awesome. Super Saiyan Shallot, if you join my Discord, it lets you know the actual time and dates because I don't know why YouTube is being YouTube, but yeah, we have always an announcement every single time a live is going to go live, as well as or actually better to say, it will tell you that I've created the notifications and that it will come out at X time, which is great because it lets you guys be informed and you guys know that I am doing the stream, regardless if you show up or not. Full Zenkai Team is cancerous but can be fun to beat. Yep, I was second person here. Phil, yo, bet Rocky versus Quan. His anniversary in May. I believe it's either in May or June. Emily, do you remember when was anniversary last time? It was end of May, beginning of June. So yeah. All right. How is your day going? And do you think Super Saiyan, Blue Super Saiyan Shallot's yeah, okay. Do I think it's coming for Shallot? Well, yeah, I think it's coming for Shallot. When? I don't know. That's hard. Purple Vegeta. Who is better, Purple Vegeta or Fuse Zamasu? Which Purple Vegeta? The which Super Saiyan Blue? The future one? That one would be better. So Pigeon was right. Yeah. I got the LF Roseanne Gohan. Which should I use my Legend Z power on? Which is your main team, TY? Yo, TY Beast. Which one is your main unit? Like, as in... Oh, wait, are you playing Future? Because if you're playing Future, then I would put it on the Gohan. If it's at 3 stars. Depends on your stars, right? So you gotta let me know. Are they both at 2 stars? Zamasu's great at bench. How many stars on both? Exactly. Thank you, Pigeon. Hello, Daniel. How you doing? I don't think Super Saiyan Blue Shallot is going to come because we already know that Shallot has something to do with Ancient Saiyans due to Whis, and when Goku went Super Saiyan God, it clicked something in Shallot. Perhaps not. We'll see. I don't know, Super Saiyan Shallot. Here's the thing, right? The game is clearly just going through iconic moments in Dragon Ball history, which means that if we're just taking the canon and nothing else, he is bound to go blue. Like that's just like it's hard to see if he's going UI or if he's going evolution or both. But one thing's for certain, if they keep up the trend that they've been doing, which they have been doing, there's no reason for him not to go blue. Personally. Yeah, we're not gonna go further into that, Otaku. Trunks and Mai, 3 stars, or Red Cell at 8 stars? Okay, if you're talking about for future, I would say Red Cell at 8 stars. If you have Trunks and Mai at 6 stars, you can start playing around and seeing what's better. It's hard to say because, again, Cell is so invaluable because of his ability to just tank, his ability to help you switch in and out. I think once the roster switches a bit more, Mai and Trunks may be viable on future as a for sure core. It's super hard because, right, until the yellow Vegeta for God Key was released, Vados was not the optimal God Key unit. Just wasn't. It was because of certain units coming into the core that makes a unit relevant or not. So for now, stick with Cell. As time moves on, we'll see. So that's the answer to that. They're both 2 stars. Then yeah, I would go for Gohan. Rose is fine on his own as 2 stars. Why do this? Do the guide while playing PvP matches. Why do this, Ali? Because if I'm playing PvP matches, I'm not actually giving you what you need to be learning. I am playing a game. And playing a game is only as helpful as I can speak while playing the game. That's why. Because I can't multitask. That's just not possible for me. By the way, hello everyone. Hello, Otaku. Alright, and Lejon is still bent on dragging the story as much, but yep. Wow, Super Saiyan. Okay, sounds good. Red Cell is better than mine. Trunks. Too good. Well, that's the thing. Cell is too good for now. We'll see later. I'm pretty good, Brahim. How you doing? I'm literally crying. Even I have seen Kimi. God. Anyways, I'm in school right now. Sounds good, Joshua. Stay in school. All right. So let's go over just the basics. So we got certain mechanics that we need to know. Mechanics. These are not mandatory, but they help a lot. So if you can learn them, sidesteps. And I'm going to bring up what a sidestep looks like in this live. So you're going to be able to see it. I'll show it on my phone. And I'll also do charge steps. We're going to do charge steps. Charge steps are a pain in the butt. Another mechanic that we gotta do. Float. What else? What else is there? For mechanics. I'm thinking mechanics specifically and not just, like, techniques. So I'm going to separate these between mechanics and techniques. And, I think it's going to be... Okay, we're gonna leave it at that for now. And then for techniques. Or techs, as I'd call it. Techs. Alright. We're gonna do, bait. We're gonna do drop combo. Kobo. Combo. Oh, Komobo. Okay. Let's see. Maybe reviving Majin Oop for GT. That would be. Keyblast cancel. Yes. Keyblast cancel is a mechanic. Or maybe it's a... No, Keyblast cancel is a technique. My bad. My bad. This one is a mechanic. My bad. Yeah, there we go. I messed up. Thank you for that. Let's see. Let's see, what else? Trap step technically implies key cancel. I guess. But I feel like they're different enough. I feel like they are different enough that we can show both. I think that's why Keyblast cancel is probably best that we just put it under tech. Right? What was I thinking? There was another mechanic that I wanted to do. Oh, another tech. Single taps. That one's a pain in the butt. And mainly because if you're so used to double tapping, even though you know you should be single tapping, it takes you, like, forever to actually get into the habit of single tapping. So, yeah, here's a tech that you need to learn. I should call this baiting. Should I subcategorize baiting? Should I subcategorize baiting? Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. RR bait. We're gonna RR bait. I think that's actually very important. RR bait will be what we're gonna cover. I think that matters more. So yeah, let's get to it. So sidesteps. So let's take a look at what a sidestep looks like. So I'm gonna pull up my game. And then we're gonna show you guys how that looks like. You might already know what a sidestep looks like, and that's not the point. The point is anyone that looks at this like guide or live stream is going to be able to see between the two. So it's really for that and nothing else. And then we're going to go over charge steps. We're going to go over float. We're going to go over everything. So it's going to be good stuff. All right. Okay. Let me just pull up the game onto my screen so I can show. We're gonna do it in a just a PvE event, so nothing too crazy. And the reason for it is because I'm just trying to show you the specifics, or alternatively, actually, no, actually, I don't want to bother Emily. Emily's right now working, so I'm gonna. Oh no, I was gonna do a test simulation with LeJohns. Yes, please, actually. I just need you to stand there. Nothing too fancy. All right. Yes. All right. So we are going. My life is great. How's yours doing? Here, let me just. Okay. Let's go to PvP actually, because we're gonna. And don't worry about the side. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give you guys the. Boom. There we go. Now you have the actual thing. We're gonna go friend battle. I'm gonna create a lobby, and then I'm going to invite. I'm gonna invite Emily. Emily, you in there? Awesome. Sweet. All right, I invited you. All right, so we are going to do sidesteps first, and and then what we're gonna do is I'm going to basically just go back and forth, and I'm just gonna show you each one, and we're gonna kind of go over how to do these things. How do you lose 5k crystals? Oh, very easy. I Zenkai summoned for Broly. I wanted the Borly, the purple Borly, so I Z7'd him. Oh, Emily picked that team. Yeah, could you, so do me a favor. Just pick the yellow 18, the blue Boo, and then the purple 14-star guy. Buhan. Thank you. That dude. Let's see. And then I am gonna just pick. I wanna reduce the damage that I deal. So, because I don't want Emily to attack back anyways. So we're gonna go with these three. Not optimal, but we're not doing it for optimal. We're doing it for the examples. So Emily, all I need you to do is stand there. So you can just not even play. You can just be there. Yeah. I just need this, like, I just need it active. All right. So first things first. So for excuse me, for sidestepping. First things first, you're gonna want to attack, right? So we're gonna go into. So then you're gonna want to swipe up. So that's a drop. I dropped. Okay, so let's try this again. So when you're doing sidesteps, it's all about your finger. I wish I could show you my finger, but I can't. It's really hard. So what I'm basically gonna say is I'm gonna write down exactly what I'm doing as I do it, and then I'm gonna try to explain it. All right, so we're gonna do it one tap. We're gonna swipe up twice, one side as we get pretty much in 18's face. So what this basically means is that, here, let me try to see if I can show you guys. So while I'm swiping up, so if I click a card, right, I do a double swipe to the side as I was getting close. So as I was about here, so almost mid to front rage, I did a side, and then I click the next card. I'm going to swipe up again, do the side, and do the next card. And then if it's a blue, yeah, we're gonna go over that. So let's actually now go back. So I'm gonna just go and write this down. So if you guys saw, I did a double swipe in order for the frames to pick up the fact that I am trying to do a sidestep or a dash forward during my animation. This is called animation lag. All right. So for the sidesteps, it's a double click an arts card, double swipe up as you reach close range, swipe right or left once, and immediately click your next card arts. Boom. We're gonna do this, underline it. Boom. That way it's more legible and we can actually read what I'm... Oh, whoops, not this. Maybe I should actually... Yeah, I should bold this. Not... Okay, there we go. Yeah, I should bold it. That makes more sense. All right. Phil, what did the Discord owner say on the equipment ID? I haven't actually talked to them yet. So, Emily, I'll talk to you later about that because we haven't actually... I haven't sent you that idea yet. Who is? It's not me. No, it's you. You're the Discord owner server of my server, even though it's not my server. It's your server. I know it's your server. You're the big boss. I'm just the face. I thank you. I appreciate that. All right. You get 1500 Z power by any chance? Wait, what do you mean by 1500 Z power? Oh wait. Oh yeah. No, I pulled a 500, I believe, a couple of times. I got the 1500 awakening power for Bardock on a daily. Yo, nice. No, wait, no, I spent about 6,000. It's because I got 1,000 back from the extreme medals. There we go. Yes, go on as Beastly. Blah, 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 blah. Show us your history. Needs an event called Phil G shows his history. No thanks. I'll show my history maybe later. I have all 7,000 awakening power for Gohan, but he's only okay. Scream is zoomed in. Oh, right. I'll tell. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. No, I gotta do the switch. I am restless. I be awoken to Discord pings. Yeah, don't worry, Pigeon. No, I just had to change my overlay. I forget that sometimes the overlay is in the way. So thank you for that. All right, so yeah, Sidesteps is pretty simple. Just click an arts card, double swipe up. As you reach close range, swipe right or left once, and immediately click your next card arts. Boom. And that's how you do it. Just quick note. If you do this with a green or blue card, you will drop the combo. Boom, done. I think that's the only thing that you need to take away from that you probably shouldn't do that. So if you want to drop combo, that's your chance. If you don't, then yeah, don't sidestep. What teams do I main? I main Sun Family and Female Warriors. All right. Because yo, Aaron, the reason why I'm not going to show it right now is very simple. I'm trying to do this. If I wanted to show my history, I'd show it afterwards. So you can see it afterwards. I spent like $500 on this game when I was trying to get Gohan and Blue Broly. I only have 57 on my credit card. Yeah, see that's you got to manage your spending. All right, like as long as it was worth it to you, but otherwise you got to manage that. Because you got to treat everything. Okay, yeah, I know. I know I lost connection because I chose to lose connection. That's literally the point, LeJohns. Okay, we're going to show Charge Step next. So I'm going to invite Emily again. I hope that the game doesn't, like, cuck me and then ban me for, like, disconnecting and reconnecting all the time while I'm doing friend battles. Hopefully not. All right, just waiting on Emily again. So, we're going to get that done. And I'm going to show you guys Charge Steps. We're going to kind of go over this and then show you, like, the different types of things. And I'm going to try to explain how I do these things. And the only reason why it's going to be tough, I just pick the same characters in the same running order. Okay, fine. It was very worth it. Perfect, then. As long as it was worth it. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Let's go. All right. All right, and I'm going to bring over once again. Oh, I lost connection. Okay. One second, let me just invite them again. It's because I connected the desktop, and that kicks me out of the game a little bit. I was unlucky on the Android 21 good. Oof. But I only did... yeah, but I didn't even do dailies. With the Android 21 good, I only did the free ticket summons, right? So while we're here, while I can just talk, yeah, I only... Like, I got my 21 good through a ticket summon. Which is hilarious. So, that's a big flex. It's a weird flex, though. I think the reason why I didn't go for her was because Gohan was there, or something like that. Was it Gohan and 21 good together? Because if it was, oh man, that's why I skipped. Hey Phil, sorry I'm late. Don't be sorry, Zal. You're here now. All right, so let's go over now Charge Step. Charge Step is gonna be a bit tougher to explain, but I'm gonna do my best. It's tough because when I didn't know how to do Charge Step, I watched other YouTubers to try to learn it, and I still couldn't understand it through them. But I don't blame them. Charge stepping is not exactly a very simple concept to explain. And if it is, well, it isn't. Because some people pick it up like really quickly, some people don't. Alright, so, for charge step, let me just do it so I can just see what I need to figure out. So, it happens after a blast. That's all I can really say right now. So let me do that again. So I can, okay, here we go. So we're gonna do sidestep first. Then we're gonna do, okay, so I swipe up, like, 4 times. Alright, so yeah, so from what I'm seeing from what I just did, I'm swiping up 4 times, because a lot of this is very much muscle memory for me, guys, now, at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's actually 5 times. I'm swiping up 5 times during the card animation just to get this down. So this is the way I do it. I'm not sure how everyone else does it, but yeah, it's 5. Yeah, I'm doing it 5 times. And then I'm holding it down as soon as I see that I'm getting. So I messed up, but yeah. So if you know you messed up, you gotta reel yourself back, which sucks. All right, 21 good is most likely gonna die, so I'm just gonna kill her off right now. There we go. Yep. Alrighty. So let's get that in. Oh, she's giving us more health. That's awesome. Thank you. So we're gonna start. So yeah, 5 times swipe up. Then as I get closer, so as I'm moving, I'm holding down. So yep, I got it. So okay, so we're gonna explain this. I'm gonna forfeit now. Thank you. So we're gonna disconnect. So now I understand exactly. So I can, guys, even write it out for you. So this is gonna be awesome. All right. So for charge steps, so you can use this with both strike and blast. Just fun fact. But to do it with strike, it's a little bit more difficult. It's also from mid-range that you're doing this, and it's very short, and the animation frames are very different. I still don't know how to do that very well, so I do not want to teach something that I can't teach. So for charge steps, blasts only, we're going to do only use blast, only charge step, sorry. Charge step using blast cards after you launched a blast card. I think this is just going to be a quick note at the very end. Only a quick note at the very end. So we're gonna go. So to actually enable charge steps, after a blast card, swipe up repeatedly. I think I'm gonna say repeatedly instead of like a certain amount. Oh, I couldn't spell. Repeatedly until you see your character moving forward, in which case you immediately hold down your thumb, or like press down on your phone. Hold down to charge key, and then click your next arts card. I think that's the most like blatant way I can explain that. It's just that simple, but it's that difficult. All right, so let's see. What do you recommend me running? Sunfam with Gohan Max Zenkai or Android 18 with Zen? I would say Sunfam, honestly, Gen Gamer. If you're picking between Gohan and that's Max and Zenkai 18 at 5, yeah, just go with the Gohan. Got Kid Buu from Adventure Ticket, and I got LF Goku Black from 500cc and also from Adventure Ticket. Nicely done. Depends on what other units you have, exactly. Hi, Phil. Yo, hi, Rocky. How you doing? All right, so yeah, this is charge step. So there is a way, so I think I'm going to also write another note. You can do this from mid-range with strikes, but boom. So I think that's another thing. And, you know, I gotta be as honest as I can be about that, because if I'm not, like, that's gonna suck for you guys. I don't want to, like, lie and try to teach you something I don't understand. That would just be useless and not helpful for you guys. What I love is when my swipes to dodge register as taps, which results in me getting full comboed. Yeah, that happens. That's just literally it's CPU sensitivity issues, and there's nothing more. So one of the biggest reasons why touch screens in general are not like mobile games in general for reaction is not exactly ideal. It's also why tablets are superior, because they're bigger, so there's less room for error, but there are still cases of creating errors for yourself, such as that. Let's see. All right, so let's get the float. All right, so for the float is actually very simple. So the float, just drag your finger to the side. Instead of flicking the finger, just drag. This enables not being baited by tap shots or tap attacks, and allows you to potentially perfect vanish. And I'll show you how to do that too. I'll also show it to you guys. But I think it's also important just to just mention that floating is a very simple thing. Yo, Natshima! How you doing? It's been a while, eh? Let's see. What's better for regen, Majin Buu or Android 21 Good? Right now, Majin Buu. Right now. And what units are you using it with? Is LF Broly worth 6000 CC for a free-to-play player? I mean, depends. It's highly dependent on whether or not what teams you run. Like, the unit is useless on it if you don't have a team for it. The unit's also really good if you were trying to pull for it. So it really just depends. That it's really hard to just say worth it or not. Right? That's super hard. That's super ambiguous, Doc. Floating also baits your opponent into attacking because they think you jumped. I missed you too, Nashima. How you doing? All right, here we go. Okay, I'm going to invite again. So I'm just going to show floating, and then we're also going to show perfect vanishing. So for this next one, I'm unfortunately going to have to ask Emily to, do an attack. Although this one's going to be a bit harder, because I would need sound, and right now, I don't know what's happening with my sound. It's like the game has no sound anymore. At least, oh wait, maybe it's plugged in. Yeah, it's plugged in, that's why. It's because I can't hear anything. All right, so I'm just inviting. All right, so we're just going to wait, and then as soon as Emily accepts, we are going to begin. All right, here we go. Now, for perfect vanishing, this is going to take me a little bit, because I have to get it down just right. I'm saving CC for Super 17 Zenkai because I'm a GT main. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I'm excited for GT. GT definitely needed this. All right, Emily, are you ready? Are you ready? Sorry, I invited you. I have Trunks and my assist and LF Rose at 6 stars for both units, but I can't seem to get past A rank equips. Can anyone help? Well, how do I get S and Z rank equips? Yo, Ricky, I made a live stream for this just literally on, I think, Friday? Last stream was Friday, right, Emily? Yeah, I made a stream for this on Friday. I also made a Google Doc. So you should check that out. Should definitely check that out. All right, I'm going to pick bad units again because we're just trying to do the float. I'm saving until 33rd anniversary. I saved up 35k CC. Yo, that's awesome, Rocky. Good job. Now, I just hope that they give you actual, relevant units, because unless you're not a free-to-play player, because if you are, then, hopefully it's good. Been 9 months since the last GT buff. Yep, pretty much, Nutshima, you're absolutely right. All right, so for floating, first off, floating is, like I said, literally all I'm doing... Oops, not the tap. I'm just dragging. That's it. It allows to dodge tap attacks. It allows to dodge tap shots without doing the sidestep and potentially vanishing. So that's all I'm really doing. So I'm literally dragging. That's it. There's nothing else to this. This is super important. It's so basic, and yet players that constantly do this get baited so bad, and then it's really easy to catch them off guard or beat them, and it looks nice. Rebrand's twirling, and she's a fat tub of lard, but she gets baited and then she dies. And you want your fat tub of lard to be the one doing the beatings, not getting beaten. So, just make sure that you're floating. It's very nice. Very good. It helps. All right, Emily. I'm going to throw something at you until you... Okay. Next thing I need to do, Emily, is I need you to attack me. So in 3 seconds... No. I said in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, click. That's a perfect vanish. Did you hear that sound? So you're going to hear a very big... That little sound, that you heard, and I want you to replay that sound, because that is a perfect vanish right there. And those, you need to know the difference between a perfect vanish and a regular vanish. Emily, just do another attack right now. So that's another perfect vanish, but I need to do one that's a little bit slower. So 1 second. Emily, attack again, and let me try to be slow. There we go. There we go. The sound is almost non-existent in terms of difference, but there is a difference. And if you know the difference between a PV and a non-PV, and this is something that I can't teach. This is something that you got to listen to. And this is why sound is super important when you play this game. Knowing the difference between your perfect vanish and non-perfect vanish is going to make the difference between whether or not you need to basically float after you dodge, or alternatively go straight into a card arts. Because if you don't know the difference, you will get punished. And there is no amount of, me teaching that can explain that. You need to listen to that. So just go back, check the different sounds, and see the difference. Hear the difference. And if you can't hear a difference, that's a problem. Because in that case, you're going to struggle. Hardcore. Alright. Yeah. So anyways, I'm going to forfeit this, so I'm going to just talk about this. Yeah, so that's why we're going to do this back and forth with and without the game. Because some things cannot be taught, on a Google Doc. But then some things need to also be explained on a Google Doc. So, perfect vanish, because this is super important to talk about. And don't worry, Nutshima, I'll go back and double-check what you said. I have free-to-play and pay accounts. Yeah, there we go. I'm fantastic, legendary player. How you doing? Hey, I got equips with 1 red and golden slot, but even after 8 times removing the 3rd green slot, is unable to reach above A rank. Yeah, it's all docs. That's the thing. It's all RNG, meaning it's randomized. Some of them have bad rates, and if they have bad rates, the equips are just going to cuck you. Just keep trying. See what happens. Your opponent vanishes and waits for your sidestep. You can use the float to bait out an attack, and they'll be left wide open. Exactly. If every technique is pulling out a unit, I know they want to rush, and I go right in their face and dodge their rush. Those players are usually the players that panic, though. It doesn't work on good players. Hey, Phil, I want a suggestion. Is that, should I Zenkai Super Android 17? My second main team is Fusion, and I have Kefla at 7 stars. I don't know. Hard to say. We haven't seen the kit yet, so I can't even answer that question at the moment. Just there we go. I think that's gonna be how I'm going to timestamp it for you guys. if you want where it is, here it is. It's about like 38 to 40 minutes into this stream because it's right now 2:40 and I started at 2. So yeah, that's your timestamp for that. So just to let you guys know, so you have access to this. So, you know, here we go. All right, so we did that. Perfect. So we got our sidestep, charge step, float, and perfect vanish. Is there any? We'll go over other mechanics, but generally, actually, you know what? Here's a basic one, but I feel like we just need to get it out of the way. Rising rush. It feels kind of like weird to just say it, even though it like we all know it's there. But I just gotta say it like real quick. Use it. Click the darn shiny gold button. Stop being prideful. Just click it. I know I did learn from it. I got pissed off because after a while I just couldn't take it anymore. Just click it, yeah. Use it, click the darn shiny gold button, stop being prideful, just click it. There we go. It is fine to hate it. Just be aware that you are better off with it. It is also okay to rather enjoy tournaments with no RR than ladder with it. So you're not alone. I hate the Rising Rush with a passion, but I think this matters when it comes to the ladder. There we go. I think we have to discuss it, right? Because as it's a mechanic in the game, and a lot of people have there's a lot of contention for the Rising Rush. And if you ever seen one of my past streams, I hate it. When we do friendlies, I hate when people Rising Rush me. I hate it. I absolutely hate it, and I hate Rising Rushing my opponent. When I play this game, to really dedicate or to figure out like our full potential skill, the reason why I can't consider the Rising Rush button a skill-based move is because it's basically an auto kill when it succeeds. That's insane. That is not okay. No fighting game. Okay, that's not true. Most fighting games do not have an auto kill the opponent's character. Just a thing. Another thing that this thing applies is a lot of RNG in terms of cards, and then it applies probability. Moves should not apply probability, but I'm gonna stop right there. I don't want to go too far into it. Basically, I like tournaments better because we're forced in most tournaments you're forced to not click the shiny gold button. I like that. It's nice. There are tournaments that do have it. I don't join those tournaments. Those tournaments to me, I could play the ladder. I could be doing something more productive with my time. But that's just me. Honestly, my playtime forgets the RR until my opponent does that. Yeah, see, Izal, you can't say you're bad at PvP and then cuck yourself. Saying you're bad at PvP but cucking yourself while doing so is exactly why you're struggling in PvP, because your dignity, there's no dignity. I'm gonna be straight up with you, Zal. There's no dignity here. You're just choosing to keep your pride, keep your pride when there is no pride on the line. Just click the button. Click it. Hey, DDP, how you doing? I'm gonna wait after the Goku Black Banner and wait for another God Key future. Sounds good. Can go Black, isn't that worth it? So don't spend on him. Well, it's all dependent on people. I don't. Okay, fair enough. Natshima. I run Shinshunra on my G team because of the endurance. Yep. I'm a lot sick and I've been. Yo, DDP, just take care of yourself. It's the only way that free-to-play player can defeat paid. I mean, Rising Rush is the only way that anyone beats anyone most of the time. I've noticed on ladder. Games can get really cucky on the ladder. Even if it's one-sided, a Rising Rush can literally change an entire game. Did you talk about attribute upgrades and downgrades as well as buff effects? No, because we're not there yet. And I'm trying to talk about right now specifically just mechanics and then techs. And then we can go over like skill-based effects and statuses. So just be aware. But no, we have not talked about attribute upgrades and downgrades. But we did. Well, we definitely actually kind of covered buff effects in a couple of other streams, but we'll definitely go over that. What do you mean by cucky? I don't remember the context, but cucky usually just refers to a game. Or oh yeah, I remember now. A cucky refers to a game where anything could happen, where you could get. There's like no word for this. It's kind of like getting. Emily, what's the official word for like getting cheesed or getting cucked? What would be a word to describe that isn't slang? Because I actually don't know. Like unfair, I guess. Like where a game is unfair and it was totally in your favor, and then all of a sudden it gets flipped out of your favor because of something dumb that happens, like the Rising Rush, for example, or a mistake you make, or a glitch, or something. So like cucky or cheese or cheesy is something just to reference something that is unfair, I guess. Usually just assume my opponent won't RR. Yeah, you gotta stop that, Zal. No, don't worry, DDP. You're not dumb. Like, as someone that's English is not first language, like, I get that. I won a 3-1 lead because of RR. There you go. What are your thoughts on the SP Green Borley? It's a good unit. I'm not a big fan of it, but it's a good unit. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Very solid defense. Dumb, stupid blue card. Green card's a bit baity, but, like, it's easy to bait it. But it's nice when it goes off. And then strike and blast attacks are okay. And then basically ignore everything I just said and just basically ×2 it if you put Bardock on the team. I learned so many taxes, but when I'm in a match, I forget everything. I panic and make mistakes. Yep, Jay, I understand that. This is something that you got to practice. So try to practice these one at a time and slowly implement each of these as you get better at them. That's literally how I learned. I just slowly got better over time. That's how anyone really does it. It's hard to just pick it up right away. So you just got to take your time with it. So every match ever, yeah, that's why it's called the ladder. It's why I call it the ladder, the ladder, because it's Garbo. It's not to be taken seriously. Never take PvP seriously. Just never do that. That's a bad idea. All right, now that we got that out of the way, let's go. How many CC does it take to Z7 a unit? Maximum about like 8,000 CC, but the average is 7k. The average is 7k CC. Sometimes you can do it in 5,000, although that's very rare. Sometimes in 6,000, that's a little bit more common. Sometimes it goes around, fluctuates around 7,000. That is the most common. And then if you're really unlucky, 8,000. So, just letting you know. Hello, Aiden. How you doing? All right. So, cool. We're going to go over the RR bait. So, RR bait is great. We're going to have to talk about, like, all the versions of RR bait because there's a lot of RR bait. And this is a pain in the butt. What do I do to get a Z7 gear? Like, I can't upgrade to Z or S. Is stupid. It can't seem to upgrade. It just downgrades. Yeah, so DDP, you got to make sure that you're double checking the overall values. Yo, Aiden, that's awesome. But DDP, for equipment, you got to go and check my equipment guide from Friday. Go look at that because that explains everything. I don't want to go too far into it today. So if you really need help with that, go check my last live stream, listen to what I say there, as well as look at the doc. All right, Emily, I'm going to invite you again. And this time, I need you to find a blue card. All right, so this, we're going to do a bit of a simulation. Because this one's a little bit different in how this works. So, I'm going to... Oh, whoops, not this. No. I want... Where's the other one? Come on. Show up. Not you, Emily. I need the other thing to show up. Because if you show up before that, I'm going to struggle. All right, here we go. All right, there you go. Show up, Emily. Did you get my invite? Good. All right, so let's take a look. Yo, hi, Gabriel. How you doing? Okay, I'll watch it after this. Sounds good. I off them. Last character scenario. Your opponent has their rush, but no vanish, and you just got to your last character. So your rush or blue card to steal theirs. Yep, that's one way. All right, so let's do this. So I'm gonna show you guys something very interesting. So once like we got past the early stages of the match, where and no one has thrown a rising rush, where you know for sure a rising rush could happen at any moment. There's a couple of things you can do. All right, so if you want to bait their RR, one thing that I would definitely do, definitely, and this works both ways. So this is going to be quite tricky because there are ways to bait people into an RR as well as away. So Emily, you don't have to play. Not yet, at least. Oh wait, do you have a blue card? Okay, attack me. Tell me when you have a blue card. Nice, with the wait on that one. Blue card or no? Alright, so just wait there. Alright, so let's say they have a rising rush. Emily, launch the blue card. If they have a rising rush, here's what I'm going to do. Let's say that I didn't have any character to switch into. Instead of dodging, I would take the hit. And why? It's because if I were to dodge, then she could have just clicked the rising rush button and that would have been the end of my character. Or alternatively, I would be at 1 health left if I had survived. Now, can you find another blue card? Thank you. Okay, we're just gonna tank this until you find a blue card. So now we're gonna find a blue card. Okay. Okay. Let me know when you find that blue. Okay. Okay. Oh, I should have dodged, but whatever. Wow, that's gonna do a lot of damage. You have a blue? No? Okay. I'm gonna move back. I'm gonna transform just to somehow tank a little bit. Although I'm worried. Okay, I got my substitution count. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna hit you just so I can launch my cards. A bibliothèque, yep. Also, Mikey, how you doing? I see you there. Any blue? No. Keep going. Just keep going. You got it? All right. So, here's another situation. Let's say you want to bait someone into the Rising Rush. Now, click the blue card. So, let's say I dodge. Now, her job would be right here to click an RR. If she knew I couldn't dodge, yeah, boom. And then there you go. She would catch me, and then I would be caught. Now, obviously, this is a bad example, only because I have characters to dodge. But let's say I couldn't dodge. I would be at the mercy of if I could call her Rising Rush. Thank you, Emily. That's all I needed. There's a couple of other things. You could just stand there. Just stand there. You can now just play, and I'll just... I mean, not play. Just do your work, and I'll just take it. No. Go do your thing. All right, so another one is that Nutshima did say. So basically where you float forward and wait for them to click a button or alternatively a card arts and then immediately just dodge. There's like so many different varieties of way to bait RR. You could also bait RR through a tap shot, although that one's usually never going to happen. But usually the most common ones that I find in higher ladder-based PvP is the blue card into the Rising Rush. So things that you can learn to do is take the blue card if you know they have a Rising Rush. Or alternatively, if you can switch double time, so let's say you could switch and then switch to then dodge, you can do that too, so you don't have to take the blue. But, you know, just be aware that that's going to cause a lot of reaction time, so we're going to forfeit that. So let's write this down, so that way you guys have access to it. But yeah. Mikey, it's because literally everything is Zenkai. Everything is Zenkai edition at this point. It was weird. I opened the stream notification on, but it didn't notify me. Yeah, KKFG, are you on mobile or are you on desktop? Wait, KKFG, do you have your YouTube notifications off? Like if YouTube itself is off on your phone, then in that case, you won't be notified even if you have me on. It's weird, but that's how it is. I do not know Hindi. I'm from Canada. That's as best as we go. Mobile, yeah. So KKFG, you're gonna have to turn on in your notification settings YouTube notifications on, which is a little annoying. Just letting you know. No, it's on. Oh, okay. All right. So for RR bait, there's a couple of ways to do this. First one is blue card bait. Okay, so all right, yep, that's good. And then we're gonna just bold this, and I will underline this. Another one is, and I got it. It's 2.0 because this one also matters. That's literally that. That is how you do that. And then, baiting panic players. So to bait a panic player, all you gotta do is there we go. I think that's a great way to explain that. And if you guys need elaboration on that, let me know. All right. What did you miss, KKFG? Just a whole bunch of things. Don't worry about it. I'm going to share this doc with you guys so you'll have access to it. Just playing PvP now, and the opponent used a blue card, and I dodged into an RR. There you go. Exactly. See, Zal, you just got baited by the blue card bait. Should I go for a Ruined Future banner? I am a Saiyan main. No. No. If you're a Saiyan main, don't go into Ruined Future. It's just a bad idea. Let's see. I run Droids in Future. Droids Future Regen. That's a lot of teams to run, TYB. So I hope you're not free to play. If you're free to play, that's a pain in the butt. What you just put yourself through. If you're gonna pronounce something, try. I'm not gonna be saying anything, guys. If I don't know the language, if I can't pronounce it, I ain't gonna say it. What are your thoughts on Super Saiyan God Shallot? Good unit, you know, kind of power crept a little bit, but it's still solid for what it is. It can definitely take you from battle rank 1 to 50. So, yeah, Shallot's a good character. God Shallot is a good character despite him not being relevant. It's just a fact. He's not relevant. All right, let's talk about drop combo. Because there's intentional drop combos, right? And then intentionally dropping a combo is, it matters sometimes. So, haha, I can't spell intentional. Intentional? Oh, yeah, there you go. Intentional drops. All right, so how that would look like. So intentional, yeah. So one thing that you gotta know is that intentional drops are important as they can catch the opponent when trying to switch characters, meaning that you can continue a combo instead of resetting to neutral. And then this is great. So things that this is great against specifically, great against, cover change units. So literally any cover change unit, whether it be Jiren, UI, Vados. Even though Vados is not really a cover change unit, but I put her in there because she does a different type of cover change. So there's that. Gogeta. Who else? Who else has cover change? Zamasu. Goku Black. We got Future Gahan. Etc. Because I don't want to go over everything. All right, so it's good against like units like this, for example, because that means that instead of getting caught, instead of being caught, you just punish. So how to do this effectively? When to drop combo. Actually, let's do or. There's another option, so I'm gonna give you guys one other option. So let me actually do or, because there's one more I want to do, or, uh. All right, sorry guys. This is a lot. This is just a lot to cover. Um, um, let's see. I gotta make this bold because sorry guys, this is hard to read if you guys don't have let's italicize these. Or UI, Vados, what else? What else is there? The Z7 Blue Trunks, SSJ2. Those are, like, great units to try to save. Those are, like, great units to save, so these are, like, great times where you can drop a combo, and you can, catch your opponent off guard. Now, of course, can you still get baited into these? Yeah, you can. You could still fail a drop combo. So I guess I'm gonna do one quick note. So quick note. All right. So, just quick tip right there. We're gonna just do this. Not that one. That one. Yeah. Monkey. All right, so let's see. So what banner is good for Saiyan main? And do I save for now? I would say Ryan save. Yeah. Save for now or summon on Legend Saiyans. I don't agree with summoning on Legend Saiyans. Legend Saiyans is such a bait banner. It's only really built for whales. And I say this knowing that there's only two reasons why you summon on Saiyans Legends. Either you don't realize that most of the units that you need don't even come from that, or alternatively, you're a whale. Those are the only times you summon on Saiyan's Legends. So that's just my personal opinion. If you're summoning on that as a free-to-play player, you're losing CC. Don't do it. Let's see. Goodbye for now, guys. I'll be back later if the live is still on next time. Sounds good, DDPs. Take care. You have COVID? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Brahim. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Which one is better to main? Future Super Saiyan or Powerful Opponent? Yvonne? Or, Yvonne, here's what I would say. If you are trying to main something, main your favorite tag. Don't worry about which one's the best. And I say this knowing that I could answer this question right now. Between Future or Super Saiyan, currently Super Saiyan is better. Future's really good, don't get me wrong. And Future is a solid tag. Like, it's absolutely undisputably meta. It is 100% meta. But Super Saiyan right now is just better. However, don't just play a tag because it's better, because people that do that tend to tag hop, and when you tag hop, I hope you're not free to play then. If you're not free to play, then in that case, it doesn't matter, play whichever team is better, so in that case, play Super Saiyans. But if you are free to play, pick two teams, stick with them. I don't care if your teams become irrelevant at some point. Stick with them. As painful as that sounds, because as a free-to-play player, you cannot afford to play catch-up with the meta. Don't play like that. This is how the game becomes non-free-to-play. Fun fact. So I hope that answers your question. Where are you from? Well, my dad has COVID and survived, so I think you should be fine. Well, we'll see. What should I do if I'm right next to the opponent and they're waiting for me to dash, tap, attack? Float. The answer is float, Zal. If they're waiting for you, you wait for them. Or you can do a single tap. You could also do a single tap. So if you wanted to, you could do one single tap and dodge or float. You could do single tap, float, single tap, dodge. I don't suggest the dodge. I would suggest waiting for the exclamation point, then dodging. Most likely to PV at that point. But it takes reaction time, and it takes patience, and it takes nerves. You gotta actually be able to steal yourself. So be aware that you need to take deep breaths and stay cool and collected when you do those. Neo Galaxy, don't worry. Welcome. My newly got 2-star LF Broly does more damage than my Z7 Purple Broly, Rip Purple Broly. Purple Broly is actually really good. I don't understand why you guys think that he isn't as good as, like, some other units. Like I said, is he worth it? Yes. But you gotta understand that they balanced him. They didn't try to break him like he was before. He's a good unit. I've been testing him. He's good without without Bardock. With Bardock, man rips through people's health like it's nothing. He's like an auto replacement for Super Saiyan Purple Goku on Super Saiyans. Although I like to run both for the Zenkai buffs, but I don't understand. Guys, if you were looking for busted, I mean, my video clearly indicated that he's not busted. He's just good. I mean, Future and Fusions. Yeah, so then, Nick, fair enough. Super Saiyan is best right now. Yep. Phil, should I Zenkai Green good Boo from Zenkai USTR? I'm thinking to make regen my third team. Is it good? Is it so what's your... Yeah, 100%. Yeah, do green good Majin Buu. That's good. Miss sup. Yo, Cameron, how you doing? So, yeah. It's just that the LF Broly, the reason why it feels like it does more damage is probably because it's easier to set it up. Purple Broly, you need to keep it on the board. Whereas the blue Broly, he has initial damage buffs from the get-go. Purple Broly takes time to ramp up. And you have to let your Purple Broly first take damage before he actually is done doing, doing his damage. Keyblast cancel on single taps. Let's do. So for this one, it's pretty simple. When clicking a Blast Arts card, swipe up until your character is dashing. It's kind of hard to explain this one. It's very interesting. And I would ask Emily to do this, but I don't think she can do this off the fly. So I'm not going to ask. So we're going to kind of do this in the sense that basically I'm going to write it out and then I'm going to try to explain it as best as I can because I don't want to bother her on that end. When clicking a blast, swipe until it is dashing, and then you will be able to dodge. We used to be able to strike cancel, but they kind of removed that with the whole inception of tackling and a whole bunch of other things, like mechanics that changed it up. And that changes up how, certain cancels work. And as a result, it's pain. It's pain, but not a chocolat. All right, so we got clicking a blast cards up, swiping up until your character is like dashing. So basically, where your character breaks out of the animation or breaks out of the animation, and then you'll be able to dodge. So yeah, it's that simple. It's actually not that difficult. But if they, so just quick note, if they PV, you ain't canceling. You ain't canceling. You're dead. So PV is perfect vanish. So I'm just gonna write it out actually fully. Perfect vanish. So yeah, just quick note there, because yeah. Okay, so let's see. Don't Zenkai Purple. I mean Purple Broly. You forgot to name him Borly. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. Blue Zenkai Burdock. Oof. I think I will also main female, or I don't know, maybe regen. So Ryan, pick only 2 teams. So I hope you're picking teams that kind of go together, like that share units. Try not to like separate them too much, unless you're not free to play. Let's see. How do I fight cover change nuisance teams, especially full power Bojack? Drop combo. Exactly what TYB said. I'm only missing Super Saiyan Gogeta Zenkai for Super Saiyan, and I've saved up enough CC to Zenkai 6, and I'm almost an optimal Team Future team. Should I go for Ruin Future? Just wait for Gogeta Zenkai banner. Personally, Yvonne, if you asked me, if you were deciding between the, like, if you really are just not worried about money or anything else, then yeah, I would go with Gogeta. Personally, Gogeta's cheaper anyways. Gogeta means that you will definitely get him when he comes out. It just means that right now you'll be not running an optimal Super Saiyans team. So yeah, personally, if I were to pick between the two, I'd go for the Zenkai banner. It's better. So, all right, so for single taps are as follows. Tap once. Not twice. Once. One time. Not 2. Just 1. It helps. Trust me. Sagas from the movies, just Otaku. So it buffs up Gogeta, specifically the red Gogeta. And it can also buff up your green Broly if you have that on your team too. So if you're running Gogeta, purple Broly, and green Broly, they be buffing. They be getting the buffs. They be doing good buffs. It's good stuff. All right, so yeah, let's bold this. We're gonna bold this. Yo, that's awesome, Cake Plays. Hi, also nice to see you here, by the way. Let's see. Tap once, not twice. Once, one time, not two, just one. It helps. Trust me. Yeah, I think that's 100% accurate. 100% accurate. Perfect. Pinocchio. All right, perfect. Document for equipment doc. Where I find this? Easy. So if you go to my live for my equipments, it's just my last live stream. In the comments, Emily under me as me wrote gave you the link in the comments of that live stream for the doc. You just click on the link, you have access to the doc. That's where it is. I've been using Holy Trinity team, all Zenkai 7 with LF Gogeta Blue. Okay. Yeah, I haven't been here in a while, so you were streaming. Yo, sounds good, Cake. Thanks. So is Twitch just a no from here on out? No, Mikey. We are gonna bring back Twitch. So it's a good question, but we did discuss this in the Hangouts and in the mod crew section of the Discord. We did discuss that we are gonna come back to Twitch. It's just a personal thing where I have to figure out when I'm coming back specifically, because I am not ready to go back. So tap 3 times, right? Yeah, exactly, Dank Sponge. You got it. Tap or. Yeah, no problem, DDP. Let's see. We got Emily versus Phil. Who wins? We actually had 2 videos for me against Emily. One where I went easy, one where I went try hard. Well, not fully try hard, but I went try hard enough. Because people were like wondering. So I bullied a bit. Just a little bit. Okay, so let's do for single taps. One last thing I want to mention before we move on is that this is great for when you want to be able to dodge a card arts your opponent is about to launch. So the situation. So this is the scenario. So here's the scenario, okay? You tap attack, and they dodge. Okay? From here, they can either float or attack you. Your job is to wait on them to make your decision. So, for example, if they choose to attack, you dodge. If they choose to float, you wait. Or alternatively, you wait or attack. If they float after they dodged, it's free real estate. I don't know how to spell free real estate. Real estate, wow. Real estate, there we go. It's free real estate, there we go. If they switch, hopefully it wasn't a PV. Enjoy the scenario. It's a long, long scenario, but I feel like it's important to explain it, so there you go. Yeah, I do remember that. Single tap in close range. Yes, well, there's only one way to single tap. It's only from close range. What's better to give? Good skill, good team, or good game? Honestly, if you're giving someone, like, the actual props and, like, so that way they know that you're not being a salty salt of a salty player, give them the good game. Don't give them a good skill. Good skill usually refers to, how bad they are or how it was the team that carried them. And then good party is just the epitome of toxicness. So don't give them the good party. Like, if you want to be toxic, give them the good party. If you want to be kind of rude, give them the good skill. And if you want to be nice, give them the good game. So it depending on how you want to do that. Monkey. It's free real estate. Exactly. I'm waiting for Red Rose Zenkai. I can spend double CC to get that. My fave unit. Yo, Jay, I hope for you. I hope for you because I'm currently right now working on that showcase. And, yeah. That's all I'm going to say. Just going to say yeah. So, yeah. So this is the core fundamentals of a PvP guide. Is there anything else you guys would like me to cover for PvP? Is there anything else that I haven't covered that you want me to cover? Like, another thing that we should cover is equipments. But I kind of covered it in the overview. I did cover this in the overview, so I don't know how relevant equipments actually are in regards to what I said, but let's just do it. Make sure to have A tier equips or higher once again. Make sure to farm for either gold slots or red slots in slot 1. If it is green in the first slot, it most likely Garbo. Thank you, and good night. There we go. Okay, so we got, so, Phil, what did I miss? Red Rose Garbo, oof. Suggestion for your showcase, you can give Zenkai buff to Red Goku Black and give him double death buff, he will be deadly. Nah, even then. Even then. No. 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 And I don't want to meme with him. You gotta understand, guys, when you're doing the double Zenkai buffs, they're not doing it to show you actual good team composition. They're doing it to show you the memes. And to show you what you can do with that specific unit. They're not doing it because it's actually good. So guys, don't mistake that as actually a good team composition. Only certain teams can actually get away with that as good team composition. For example, blue-purple. What? Saiyajins. What? Blue Saiyajins. Nameku. Vegeta Blue. Sorry, I was sneezing there. Okay. 2 death buffs basically means 1v3 or 1v2, which is too risky to run. Exactly. Team building around tags. Exactly. Imagine that. So yeah. That's equipments. Let's see, what else? What else should I cover, guys? Is there anything else you guys want me to cover? Actually, here's another one. Let's cover it since it's not something that gets talked about a lot. Zenkai buffs. Let's talk about buffs. Zenkai buffs, specifically. Because I think Zenkai buffs are overestimated, and you guys don't understand them, and we need to explain them. They don't buff your characters as much as you think. So, when you're talking about percentages... Okay, there we go. Team building. I got fainted to R, but I got the LF. They hyped up Rose too much. He doesn't get damage buffs and card draw speed. Well, I mean, they hype up any unit that's new. Let's see. Am I gonna play PvP? It's a PvP guide, my guy. It's a guide. I gave you the option. You voted. It said we covered that we're doing guide today. You don't have to play PvP to show a PvP guide. Imagine playing PvP as your guide and then trying your best to explain things. Like, what I would have to do is make a YouTube video if I wanted to do PvP and also do a guide. There's no way to do it together. Like, you guys overestimate how YouTubers, what we can do as human beings. We're human. Remember that. I'm a human. I'm not a robot. How to counter PV? You can't. Exactly. Just don't get baited by it. Don't let your opponent PV. That's the only way. How to counter Hero Goldo? You don't. You just take off your clothes and let him defeat you. Okay. But death buff, yeah, Zenkai buffs are meh, but death buffs are good. Yep, 100%. Zenkai buffs. So yeah, let's go over death buffs as well. So we'll go over the different types of buffs. Z ability buffs. Let's go over that. So we're going to go over all the buffs. And I'm going to show you guys what a Z ability buff looks like. So you guys have an idea of what that looks like. But you guys already know what it is. And I don't need Emily for this, so that's good. So, Emily, you can just do your own thing. So Z ability buffs, they are the global buffs and the cornerstone of what keeps your teams tanky and good at dealing damage. Wow, it auto-corrected it to this damage. It's damage. There we go. Cornerstone. Oh, it's one word. Oh, oops. So, for example, let me show you guys a global buff so you guys can see what it looks like, because I'm sure it would help you out to see it. Even though I know you guys know what it is, for the most part. I just got to assume some people don't. So let's go over it as if you guys don't know what that is, because that's huge. If you don't know what a Z ability buff is, we're about to cover it and why it's so importante. All right, so we got Android 18, right? So Z abilities. Look! Z abilities everywhere. And we got Zenkai abilities. So let's actually go over. So a Z ability is pretty much what buffs the entire team globally. So we got 25% to tag girls, base strike attack and defense during battle. So that means your strike values for all your characters are getting buffed. Defense values are all getting buffed. She does not have to be in the game physically for this ability to occur. This one, however, is only relevant to A, herself, and B, any other unit that covers both conditions. So if both conditions aren't met, you don't get this. And this is off of their base. This is not after their equipments. This is not after the global. So your global buffs do not get applied. Do not get applied to this buffing. This is why Zenkai abilities are, like, Zenkai ability buffs are not that good. If this applied to your overall buffs after, then yes, having Zenkai buffed characters would have been crazy. Would have actually done something. Would have been very damaging. But the fact that they're doing this as base means that they're not actually applying the most ideal stats, and as a result, the units that can get buffed by this usually are not that good unless they are Zenkais themselves. And this is why blue, purple is literally OP, by the way. Alright. Alright, but let's go over. So let's see what Android 18 gets buffed by. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So every single person buffs her. Awesome. Every single person buffs her. So the more that they buff each other, the better the synergy, the better the unit is going to be in terms of its overall stats as you play through the game. Simple as that. Boom. And that's the Z ability. You can look at it in detail, see what units are getting buffed, you know, yada, yada, yada. It's very nice stuff. The only one that is not getting, the only two that are not getting buffed are the ones that don't matter. Rosie and Rebrianne, because I'm using them as bench buffers. So, there you go. That is what you need to know about that. So, let's go over So if we go to, yeah, so. Um. All right, take care, Otaka. Have a great night, okay? Girls must be buffed. Green Mai boosts more than just health. She boosts excitement and morale as well. Yep, pretty much. Yep, exactly. I do have Mai at 14. I could easily switch it if I wanted to, but that means I would be stuck with 3 units only, and I don't like that. Yo, hi, John. How you doing? Girls must be buffed. Let's see if I could pull her. You don't pull Mai, she pulls you, exactly. When you run Future and Red Revival Cell doesn't buff the Future tag. Yeah. But, I mean, listen, he gets buffed by everyone else. He's such a good unit that he more than makes up for the fact that he does not buff the team. Alright, Green Goku Black buffs Gorals. You must use him on your team. Oh, you're right. He's too cool. Yeah. When you run Future, but you use GT instead. Oof. Yeah. Could you make a full Zenkai team, but exclude Yellow Final Form Frieza? I could, Rocky. I could, but we'll see. We'll see. Sorry, guys. How to counter Hero Hercule? You don't. By being monkey immune. Yeah, sorry, Pigeon. That doesn't work. That doesn't even work. Like, you can't even do that. Like, Z tier, that's Hercule. Hero Hercule and Goldo. And Jocko. Jocko's actually on a tier in his own. He's tier 0. Like, you can't beat Jocko. Jocko's just too OP. Let's see. Z ability buffs. What else? Well, I could keep going forever. Guys, here's what I'm going to do. Even if I end this stream, if you guys have any other things you want me to include in this doc, let me know. And I say this because I'm going to still be including things even if you guys don't tell me. So this is going to be constantly getting updated. And I will leave you guys a note about that in the comments, that the specific, this guide will be constantly getting updated. And, you know, if I ever bring this back, I'll be refurbishing this with another stream if we ever do that for PvP guides. And we'll obviously refurbish this so it becomes better. Again, this is just a lot of the basics and then some extra, like, quick notes. But if we actually have to go over other techs, yeah, actually, I want to go over one more tech. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot to let you guys know about this tech. Oh man, I forgot about this tech so bad. This is bad. I should have not. Bait counter. Oh no, why didn't I go over this? This is a great tech. Tons of players should know this. Oof. Misa dumb. Sorry about this, guys. Bait counter. Be on a character and wait for the opponent to click a specific type of card. Immediately switch to a character with the appropriate counter and click the counter. So, for example of this. So, I won't even use, like, Goku, like the Angie Goku, but I will put him in as one other example. So, for one example, first Annie, SSB Vegeta has a green counter against blast cards. Let's say you're using Beerus. Switch when a blast card is activated and quickly click your green card. And then for recommendation, recommended you do this from afar. Another example is, but this one's easier, switch to Angie Goku and click a blue card. Auto counter is dumb. There you go. There you go. And there's a whole bunch of other units. Tons of units that can counter. So take your pick. Although full counters, like Meliodas, and I say this because I love Seven Innocents, are just OP. Especially in Legends. There we go. I think that covers bait counter, because I think bait counter is super important, guys, and I completely forgot about it. So now you have access to it. I do this a lot whenever I'm playing against higher level players, because sometimes higher level players make mistakes. Actually, one that I really want to talk about, example, is Red Janemba. Exactly. So Red Janemba is actually a great one. But I do want to, like, put him there. So we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this. There we go. And then we're gonna just make this italicized. And then as for these, we're gonna do underline, underline, actually, no, we're gonna bold it. We're gonna bold this. It's better to see the examples than to kind of see it. No, we're gonna do bolding. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Hero Golda synergizes is fantastic with EX Golda, by the way. We're memeing about hero units. I couldn't resist, mate. EX Golda synergizes so well with every character in the game that he's on every team in the meta. Yep. What's your fab anime? My favorite anime? I don't know yet. I honestly don't know. That's a good question, though. I just don't have an answer for that. Because it's not so cut and dry anymore for me. Switch in and pop a green and proceed to win. Exactly, Dank Sponge. You got it. Attack or defends the ability buffs, which is better, or for last bench slot? Oh, easy, Yvonne. So if we're going for Z ability buffs, depending on your team composition and equips, you should prioritize. So that's a good question. I'm gonna cover that. You should prioritize specific Z abilities. If you are making a team with high health, make sure to stack a bunch of defensive equips and Z abilities, along with some health Z abilities and equips. If it's just a generic team in the meta, or a generic meta team with no real focus, I would say prioritize offense, as mistakes with those type teams still lead to death, even with some extra defensive buffs. can't die if you don't take a hit. There we go. That's a good question. So there you go. Bro, I'm back. I'll go later after 10 minutes. Sounds good, Otaku. Could you make a full Zenkai team but exclude Yellow, Farm, Fine, and Frieza? I already said I could, Rocky, but not right now. Let's see. Can I run Z7 SSB Goku with Z7 Purple and Z7 Green Broccoli? I don't have much options. You can. 100% you can. So, also, to answer someone's tier list question, Super Saiyan Blue Zenkai 7 Goku, the God Key one, is an S tier unit. 100%. 100% S tier. Let's see. Okay, I'll probably make a movie team since I have a lot of stars on them, so I might survive PvP. By the way, I'm free to play. Yeah, go for it. Movie team is great. I know. I'm playing dumb start, right? Okay, sounds good. Melios movies. Okay, here we go. But yeah, Rocky, I could make a full Zenkai team. It's not relevant to today's stream, so I will do that maybe at the very end when I'm done all this, or at least somewhat done all this. So yeah, Z ability buffs. There's actually a lot to talk about. So for Yvonne, yeah. So if it's just a generic team with no focus, if you have no focus, really, you're kind of like all over the place with your team. Just prioritize offense. If there's no real focus, prioritize offense. If you have a focus, then I think you should prioritize, like, you know, depending on team composition. So like, I'm gonna bold this. Okay, there we go. I think that's there we go. Yeah, it's all good, Rocky. Don't worry. All right. What else? I don't know what y'all means, but MC and excuse me. That was funny. All right. Anyways. Let's see. I could talk about attribute upgrades and downgrades. Although, I wonder if that should be for another stream. And I only say this because I need to get to other things. And then on top of that, and also I gotta make these bigger. Mechanics. Because there's a lot to cover in this darn thing. Text. Mechanics. Oh, man. Bold it. There we go. Be as extra as possible. There we go. That was super extra. I love it. Yeah, there we go. Darn you, Malta. I have your head. I have your, not your head. I have your song in my head. All right. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah. So I hope this is actually very helpful for you guys. These are like a lot of the advanced / basic things to know about PvP, about everything else that you guys need to know. So I hope that this is helpful. Anything else that we're gonna cover, I could do in another stream, or I could just update to this and not do another stream for a while about this specifically. I hope this helps. I hope that like you guys actually review some of the like footage that we did as well. It's not the best footage, but I think it does the job because it's realistically, when it comes to, like, I guess final notes for now. So I've already covered this. So here you go. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna leave this out for a little bit longer so you guys fully understand before I finish my thoughts. So yeah, this is a reminder to myself forever, by the way. Yo, thank you, Hans. I appreciate that. If you want to use the Holy Trinity, Z7, Gogeta, Borley, and Bardock, what are the rest of the team? I made actually a team composition for that. It's in the How to Build a PvP Team. Go to that. In my doc, it says all of the units that you could use. All of them. Let's see. This means nothing goes according. These techniques take practice, and boom. There we go. There we go. My Nemiku is 2 stars. Open will die from laughter. Yep, pretty much. Not wrong. Okay, at least do a stream where we choose the team tag, which you will use, please. Again, we'll see. Okay, so if you guys don't remember, there was a live stream where I did, where I let you guys choose my PvP team. Fun fact, I hated that stream the most out of all of my streams. Like, that was the one stream that I absolutely hated. Like, if I could go back and redo that, I would have never streamed that. Just 100%, never would have streamed it. I actually hated it. Yeah, no problem, Hans. Got you. So, yeah. It's why I have that note for myself. Because I never want to do a stream that I hate. Ever again. So, I take, you know, I take that into consideration, because if I don't enjoy the stream, you guys won't enjoy it. Trust me. You'll note it. You'll know. You'll know when I don't enjoy it. Okay. Yeah, you won't be able to see my my history, because my history for my summons is all single summons. It's all single summons. I've got Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku for Zenkai Awakening 20cc. We got Super Saiyan God Vegeta 20cc. Master Pack 2 Sparking Ticket 1x, X1. Zenkai, yeah, Goku God 20cc. God Vegeta 20cc. Happy Weekend. Master Pack 3. Then 3 Borleys. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got from my summon history, most 10 recent. It's very boring. Because I've already done the Borley a while ago. So, like, the Borley's not even fully there, so there's no way to actually double check. And I was doing single summons for the last one, because I didn't need a full 1,000. And then, as for a Zenkai team, if I was to build one, like, just full-on Zenkai, just for the sake of it, I mean, here's one. I can just pop it up right now on the screen. This would probably be, like, one of the most relevant Zenkai teams. Now, mind you, this team isn't fully upgraded. So here you go. Here's a Saiyan team. Just full-on Saiyans. Here's a Zenkai Saiyan team. Let's see. Which ones were free-to-play? 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 The Zenkai was free to play, not the summoning though. His original summoning, he is actually, fun fact, the very first unit I spent money on. So this is the guy who stole my girlfriend's credit card first. But otherwise, the Zenkai is free to play. The rest of his stars are free to play. I actually only got him to 3 stars through money, and then after that, everything else has been free to play. Then he just started dropping for me. So like, yeah. So the first initial summon, when it was X999, or maybe it was only 2 stars at the time. I can't remember. It was either 2 or 3 stars. I don't remember if they gave him at X999 or not. It's been a while. But basically, the first time I pulled him, whether 2 or 3 stars, money. Then everything else free. And then finally, this boy, I can 100% assure you, he is not free to play. I remember the first time I got him was through that Chrono Crystal, like those Chrono Cubes. That was when I originally pulled him at 2 stars, because it was the second Annie, and we were doing stuff on stream. So yeah, he is not free to play. The majority of his stars are free to play, though. How many stars are free to play? He has 8 stars right now. About like 6 stars are free to play. And the Zenkai is free to play. But not the additional 2 stars on him. So the 6 free, the Zenkai free, but the 7, 8 kind of, or 2 and 7 are not free to play. So just letting you guys know. So full disclosure. So yeah, his Zenkai is in the shop. Exactly. Yes, it is Dank Sponge. But yeah, no, seriously, like that would be one team. If I wanted to like build another team, like just to specifically see. So let's say I destroy my my story team, because I really like this for story. It's a lot of fun. But let's say I was just making full-on Zenkais, because I could, you know, just for the fun of it. Let's throw you. You're OP, so let's throw you. Let's throw you in there. Who are we not having? We don't have a blue yet. I didn't throw a blue yet? Okay, interesting. Let's throw in this one. And let's throw in one more, just for the fun of it. Who do I want? Who do I want to put in this? I'm just taking a look. I could put you. If I put him in, I can change it up a little bit. Instead of putting 21, I could put this one. And then they would actually buff each other, I believe. Let me just double check his thing. No, it's God Key. No, Garbo, get out of here. Get out of here. You're Garbo. No, you're not actually Garbo. You're just, you know, not as good. I could put in, yeah, let's put in that one. He can get buffed by that one, or if I wanted to do it differently, let's see, I could buff. The problem is I don't have every Zenkai, because there's a couple of Zenkais that would be better than what I have here currently. So that is another thing. Yeah, honestly, based upon what I see, we gotta throw in the Nappa just for the memes. Yeah, let's throw in the Nappa. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wait, is a full Zenkai team? No, Rocky. I'm not recommending this full. This is not a full Zenkai team I recommend. This is a full Zenkai team if you're doing it for the memes. If you're doing this for the memes, go for it. Then yes, play a full Zenkai 7 Sun family with 18 and Nappa. But do it for the memes. Oh, and then while we're at it, don't do this, but do it because it's fun. Let's see what equips they put on this. Oh, wow, this is bad. Some of these equips are just straight up Garbo. Like, don't. Just don't. Yikes. Big yikes. Yeah, don't auto select. Fun fact, just don't do it. Yeah, the memes. All right, so we're gonna like stop it there. Beautiful. Or we're not gonna stop it. We're gonna yeah, there we go. Desktop is gone. There we go. Okay, I will do that. Yeah, for the memes, do it. So there you go. That is the thing. Do you have the SP Pure Defense type Black Goku? I do. Legendary player. That's it. That's pretty much the stream. Auto select. Yeah, never auto select. Never auto select. The auto selecting is such a bad idea. Sanic, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't tell them to auto-select. It's a bad idea. But yeah, if you want to do it for the memes, auto-select. Yeah, so there you go. This is the guide. We're going to share this, and if it doesn't work in the description, I'll just put it in the comments. So just check the comments, and it will be there. All right? Anyways, that's the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope it was informative. You guys now have access to it. Yeah, not much else I can say other than that. Just make sure to enjoy it. Holy Trinity, exactly, Daydream, you got it. No problem, got you, Zal. Which phone do you use? S9, Android S9. Emily has a better phone than mine. So, yeah. But I recommend if you guys have, like, an Android tablet or an iPad or a gifted iPad, by the way, or any Google Chrome tablets or anything like that, I would actually seriously suggest that you learn to play Legends on something like this over something like this, because this is actually easier and you make less mistakes on it, and it's bigger, so you have better reaction time. So fun fact, if you like to climb ladders, if you like to be good at the game, like super, super good with marginal errors, this is better. Fun fact. All right. Anyways, we will move on. You will use that exact Zenkai 7 team? All right, enjoy. Well, I'm going to go now, guys. I got to make some video for you. Videos for you. Because I've been slacking. Well, I wouldn't say slacking. More like I've been struggling in life. Like, behind the scenes. Personally. Personal vendettas. Personal problems. So, not actual vendettas. I don't have any vendettas. But personal problems that I've been dealing with behind the scene. That I haven't really disclosed too much. Although you guys know some of it. So, yeah. I will get to those videos real soon. So, sorry for the lack of, like, green video content. As well as the showcasing. That's going to get done. And the free-to-play tutorial guide. There's a lot I got to do. I've got a whole list somewhere. Yeah, right over here. I got a whole bunch of videos I got to do. And I don't know if you can read them, but there's a couple of others. And there's still more bullet points because I have to add some more things. Anyways, guys, take care for now. Take care. And I will see you guys on Wednesday or on my videos and comments and stuff like that. So